stories behind the headlines.
Look, it takes 5 minutes. Notice I'm not getting into details about what goes on in Switzerland, but those that know, you know what I'm talking about.
Get a little. And then,
do it again. Do it again.
A little.
That's it.
You know what it is, Truth Nation. It's time to wake up with Milwaukee's favorite morning show.
My point is, if you're 40 or if you're still trying to push for something, it doesn't mean that it's over just because it's been delayed. Delayed doesn't mean denied.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, this is Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming on YouTube.
You gotta love black folks. We gonna make a way out. What you mean, man? All you gotta do is get. I gotta do is put a little all in it. Go get the Robitussin so we can get this car fixed.
Here are your hosts, the effective communication coach Denise Thomas and two-time Emmy Award winner Telly Hughes.
Ooh, it's Friday Eve, y'all. I'm so excited.
Friday Junior.
You better know it. It is Thursday, November the 14th. You are listening to the best morning show on planet Earth because you deserve the best. We hope that you are having a great week so far. I know I'm having a good morning, Telly.
Yeah, you have reason to.
Yes. Good morning, Telly.
Good morning. Good morning. I have reason to, too. I'm breathing. And sometimes that's good enough for me.
I have a little bit more than that, but I do appreciate the fact that the Most High allowed me another day on this earth. Good morning, DJ Ricky on the ones and twos.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm having a great morning.
Watch me trigger Al. The good Lord woke me up this morning, started me on my way. Won't the good Lord do it? Look at Al. Look at Al. He's like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, did he knock them devils off your shoulders?
You know what? Let me not mess with Al this morning. I love you, Al. So, yeah, the Milwaukee Bucks game last night.
Man.
L-I-T. Go Bucks. What?
Yeah. About Giannis 59, man.
Wait a minute. The score was like, what, 107, and Giannis scored like 107? Milwaukee Bucks, if y'all are listening, first of all, I look at the bench, and I'm like, besides Giannis, them players look 12.
Mm-hmm. That's what everyone's saying. Yeah, very young team. Very young team.
And trust and believe, the first two quarters, it was just a Giannis show. I said, at first, I felt sorry for him, but then I remembered how much they pay him. And I was like, you better run up and down that court.
It's hard to feel sorry for someone making $300 million in this contract.
So he got a little emotional after the game, Telly.
Yeah, you were telling me, and then I don't think you finished. Like, why was he emotional?
Well, as you had informed me earlier this week, Giannis had a bit of an episode where he snapped on his team. He was like, what we doing? Like, I can't be the only one out here. And yesterday, they apparently, from his lens, they stepped up.
Okay.
The game went into overtime. The Milwaukee Bucks won by 1 point against the Detroit Pistons, who is also a very young team.
Yes.
And, in the first half, it wasn't looking that great. I mean, there's at one point in the first quarter where it was like all Giannis, 20 points, and the Pistons were up by 7. It was like 27-20. But at the end of the game, and shout out to Melanie Ricks, because, she's the Bucks sideline reporter, and she was interviewing Giannis, and everybody just stayed and listened to Giannis, and, like, they turned the music off and everything. You could literally hear a pin drop, and Giannis was just like, I want to thank the team stepped up, the players, they stepped up, we were able to come through. And what's the Pistons player that lost his ever-loving mind?
Isaiah Stewart, I saw
You
that.
saw he pulled Giannis?
Yeah, I saw that. And he's known to be kind of a dirty player,
Didn't
too.
he fight LeBron James?
Yep.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, Ricky. This is what I love about, one of the things I love about Milwaukee and Bucks fans. When that player pulled Giannis down, if you were at the Bucks game last night, 833-212-1017, dude, it was like the whole Bucks stadium was like, what? What's up? What you want to do? Whoa, we can do this right now. This one fan, security was like, okay, hold on, Robert, have a seat. He's like, Giannis, don't nobody put their hands on Giannis. Let's go.
Like, boy, we'll tear this arena
Yeah,
up.
we'll
Like,
tear this arena up.
what A-Rod is to the Yankees,
What?
Giannis is to the Bucks.
Dude, I mean, Giannis he didn't even hit the floor 2 seconds, and you could see all the people on the floor just rushing.
Wow.
There were some people that were like in the 100 level. They was just like, I mean, literally, like I saw this one dude, he took off his jacket.
Man, look, you don't touch it. Look,
What?
we don't care about nothing. You don't touch Giannis.
It's amazing how emotions can run because you 5'9", and keep in mind this dude is 6'8", 250, and I think he's worked out a few days in his life, so you
Isaiah's
may
a big
run up
dude.
on him, but
That's a big dude.
yeah, by the time you get there, you be like, hey, I might want to take a second thought about this.
I was just playing.
Like, hey man, I was running over. Hey man, they're my nachos. I thought that was my nachos. Why y'all take?
Don't touch him. Just play ball.
Man, there was a lot of frogs. They was getting leapy.
Yeah. But you better be careful.
That was a great game. Brandon Jennings was in the building, and of course, you know, he was so animated last night. So animated.
Yeah.
It was an exciting game. It went into overtime, and the Bucks pulled it off. I think what was the final score? It was like in the triple digits, I know that. But
You made me think about like how everything works out, DT, and people don't even realize how it happened. So Brandon Jennings, of course, played for the Bucks and got traded to the Pistons.
oh,
And, you know, sometime they'll do a trade, but in order to make the salaries match up, they may throw in another player. So in the trade, it was Brandon Jennings for Brandon Knight. And the salaries didn't match. So the throw-in player was who?
Brandon Jennings.
Chris Middleton.
Oh,
Chris Middleton.
shut up.
That surprises me.
Oh, I mean, I'm telling you this because I was there. And so Chris Middleton was the throw-in player, and he ended up coming here and getting his, like, big contract, and then boom.
Speaking of that, Chris, where you at with your $120 billion contract? As a matter of fact, all the $100 billion, because it was funny because when, what's his name, the player that pulled Giannis down on the floor?
Isaiah Stewart.
Darren, my son, because we went to the game together, he said, man, that's $153 million he just pulled down on the floor. He's like,
Yeah.
that's why everybody was like, "Arr!" But I'm like, how do we have all of these? And then I thought, you know what? It makes sense. We can't afford grown men. That's why we got to hire these young boys. Because all the other dollars that went to Giannis, Chris, Dame, ain't no money. Hey,
And Brooke,
look,
yeah.
I can see it now, the recruitment process. Hello. Hey, how you doing there, Bobby? Not Bobby Portis. Let me make up another name. Hey, how you doing there, Matt? I'm good. Hold on. Let me turn off my PS3. I'm just in the middle of playing. Hey, would you like to play for the NBA? Yeah, would you? You would, wouldn't you? Wouldn't that be an extraordinary opportunity? I tell you what. How much are you making right now? Oh, man, I ain't really working right now. You know, I'm just out here trying to, We're going to pay you $30,000.
Right. I'm just playing these video games, you know.
We're going to pay you. And look how I'm standing. We're going to pay you $30,000 per season.
Thinking that.
Per season. Doesn't that sound great? Isn't that wonderful? Mom! Pack up my suitcase! I'm going to go play in the
that, you broke.
Because all them players that were sitting, I was like, how old are they? I need to see driver's license. Do they have driver's licenses?
It's definitely so young of a league now, DT. It was so different when just even 10 years ago, where there were true veterans on the team.
Man.
Somebody that may be 35, but shoot, like the oldest person on some people's roster is like 30, 28 years old.
Dude, I promise you, they were sitting on the bench and they had their portable PSPs. Seriously, them young men. And thank you, Enos, on our Truth Talking text line. The Bucks score was 120-127. So thank you. And the Bucks won 127-120. They beat the Detroit Pistons. And shout out to the honey chicken sandwiches that was on deck last night, because I had about 8 of them. The lady was like, I gotta go get some more. And I said, please, thank you. I'll wait. Look at Ricky.
Hey, I would just make sure they fresh. They're like,
Because look, you know how I am. I was like, okay, I know I've had 6. The 6th one don't count because it was kind of cold. She's like, okay, well, let me go out in the back and get some more. Man, y'all.
What restaurant is this?
The BMO Club.
Oh, I forgot. You know,
Shut
DT
up,
got
Ricky.
money.
No.
Look,
No,
she gotta
no.
be front and center.
All I'm saying is, Ricky, the honey chicken sandwiches were fire. That's all I'm saying. Next time you go to a Bucks game, just act like, look, sometimes you just act like you belong in a room and you'll be surprised if you get in the room. Like, hey, what you mean BMO Club badge? You see who I am? Walk up in there and get your honey chicken sandwich and walk back out.
or you just start a conversation to deflect them. Like
Right.
if they, where's your badge? Hey, how your mama and them doing?
Cousin Pete.
Cousin Pete. You know me, Lil Lucky. Shoot.
Cousin Pete.
But shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks for bringing that W last night. It was a great game. Brandon Jennings was in the. I just said he was so animated. Milwaukee loves some Brandon Jennings, like real talk.
They do.
And he was so nice because my son wanted to take a picture with him, and I said, man, you don't go over there and ask that man for a picture.
Oh, make that happen.
Yeah, and he did. Great picture, great game. And the Bucks just keep this up because Darren and I were like, what is going on? Both of our teams are terrible. The Bears and the Bucks, or the Bears and the Bucks are terrible. But the Bucks renewed our faith. Oh, quick update before we take a break. Telly and Ricky, guess what? No, I shouldn't say I. Darren got the Bears tickets sold.
Oh, wow.
Right? Woo!
Is that good news?
What?
Hey,
Have you
clearly
seen?
they were serious about that. They're like,
Matter of fact, somebody called after the show for those tickets.
No, I asked her to text me.
Yeah, I was like, you got to hit her up on Instagram.
I gave her my number, Melissa, my bad. I texted her my number. I did.
clearly it was first come, first serve.
You got
Man.
that bread. You get these
Yeah.
tickets.
Darren texted me, and he was like, Mom, I sold the tickets. I said, and we took a little L because obviously what I paid for the tickets is not what, but it's like the stock market, supply and demand.
Hey.
Listen,
Ain't
they said
nobody-
we ain't gonna see
A
this
little
album.
L is better than a big L. That's what, Ricky, a little L is better than a big L last time I checked.
Darren was like, Mama, if you don't take this money,
Yeah.
We ain't
No,
watching this ass.
the
whooping.
Packers aren't even going to that game. So, yeah, shout out to the person that bought the tickets because I was not trying to watch. Okay.
Did it clear yet, though? Like, that, don't be congratulating them. Be like, oh, man, my Zelle ain't acting right. Like, there.
You know
it ain't
what?
acting right because it ain't in there.
Aren't we a trip? How does Zelle not work? How does Zelle not
I
work?
wish
Man,
somebody
they had some
would
issues,
tell me
man.
Zelle
Like,
ain't
you
working.
the
Man, I don't even know, man. My
you
Cash
the
App,
only one that got issues
Look,
with Zelle.
my Cash App been tripping. It
My
ain't
Cash App been
happening.
tripping, man.
It ain't happening, man.
Like, it's just, I submit it, and then it'll kick it back to me.
No, actually,
Where's the proof to that?
I have had issues with Cash App.
I mean, no, it's real, but I mean,
It's so rare.
But
you know,
I was gonna say,
exactly.
but you got that one friend. How come everybody else know how to Cash App but you?
And then it be the person that don't be having no money.
No. Oh, I love that friend. They be like, well, I don't have friends like that. I used to, but when you get older, you don't have no friends like that. But yeah, the one friend that be like, oh man, I don't even use Cash App. I don't use PayPal. I don't use Venmo.
We
What?
gotta-
Right.
I do.
And then go somewhere, they only got a Discover card. Be like, man, you know nobody take
card,
Discover.
Cash App card. I know you a grown man.
I know they ain't a rush card. That Negro is in Belize.
Like, why you don't have a bank account?
Hiding.
You are a grown
We had-
man.
we
I
had
know they ain't a rush card.
I had a friend like that. He would only bring, like, we'll be somewhere, be like, all right, let's go ahead and ante up. Man, I got it, but I only got a Discover card. Be like, don't nobody. There's only 3 businesses in the country that take Discover.
Man.
I don't even think 7-Eleven or none of these convenience stores take Discover. But shout out to Discover Card. They might sponsor our show one day, Telly. Shout out. We love Discover.
Well,
My cousin
just
be
make it
doing that.
available some a few more places.
Me and my cousin to be out and we gotta pay our tag. Hey, you got tap to pay? Like, you got Apple? Bro, you a grown man. Why you don't have a debit card?
Right?
Like, No, I'm not paying your tab. Like,
Yeah, we got to get together, y'all. It's about to be 2025. Get all the payment apps.
Princess said, not that rush card.
Yeah, Russell Simmons is literally no longer a citizen of this country. So tell me why you got a rush card. Man, it's black too. They all are.
They still work.
Black and pink. All right, y'all. When we come back, so it is Friday Eve. And yesterday we had a poll about, do you want us to continue discussing the election? And was it the majority or maybe over 50% of people said yeah?
But it wasn't a lie.
Yeah. So we are going to discuss post-election updates, announcements, because there were some major moves that the GOP party, aka Republicans, made yesterday. But when we come back from break, y'all,
it feel like the election. You know, it was neck and neck, and then all of a sudden,
I'm still tripping off of that.
we talking about it now. Like
I'm still tripping off of that. How was it neck to neck every day? And then the map, like I said, looked like a Kool-Aid commercial.
boom, got the doors blown out.
When we come back,
Yeah.
before we get into the politics and the government and the election, Truth Nation, our Truth Talk and text line is 833-212-1017. I'm trying to understand. Just help me understand, Truth Nation. What's up with your boy Mike Tyson? We're going to get into that when we come back from break. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all my friends, if I tell you I'm going to do some stuff that I used to do when I was in my 20s, please pull my card and be like, sit, yo. When we come back, we're getting into Mike Tyson. Who y'all putting your money on? 833-212-1017. Let's go, y'all. This is the best morning show on planet Earth. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
It's College Month on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, and we want to help your young scholars get those free scholarship dollars. All month long, we will be highlighting local universities who offer full tuition scholarships and local organizations who help students find thousands of dollars in scholarships each year. So be sure to tune into 1017 The Truth's College Month so you can learn how your scholar can get those scholarship dollars. College Month on The Truth is sponsored by Educators Credit Union and Concordia University, Wisconsin.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Okay, Fred, so I got some questions.
What's up?
Where should I go if I want to start my own business?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, Fred, so where should I go if my kid needs an internship? Or if I need a job, where do I go?
You go to EerieInsurance.com.
Okay, so what if I want to work for a company that believes in diversity, has great benefits, and growth for people like us?
You already know. It's EerieInsurance.com.
Man, so Fred, I just need to go to Erie Insurance?
Go to EerieInsurance.com for all that you need.
It's amazing!
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
Literally one call, that's all.
I made one call, and that's all, worry-free.
One call, that's all. It worked.
Just one call, and that's all.
They will do what they say they're going to do. One call, and that's all.
One call, that's all.
means security.
It's literally one call, that's all.
It's a phrase we'll never forget. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, Truth Nation. Again, it is Friday Eve, or as Telly says, Friday Junior. Thursday, November the 14th. We almost there, y'all. Friday is around the corner. Now, tomorrow, speaking of Friday, should I say, Telly, history will be made? Or are we going to witness some...
I don't know what we're going to witness. I don't feel good about it, though.
Mike Tyson, the former heavyweight champion. And I mean, for those that did not grow up in the 80s or 90s, I remember where people would like put in money in a pot together to host a Mike Tyson fight watch party. Mm-hmm. And pay-per-view at that time, it was astronomical. Like it was like $90 all the way up to like $200. And the bros would have, because that's the ladies would be like, girl, we going to the Mike Tyson watch party tonight.
It was an event.
And everybody would be so upset because after preparing what could have been almost a month, because, you know, there was no social media. Mm-hmm. You had to call people. There was no texting.
Right.
You had to pick up the phone. You had to go to the barbershop. You had to say, hey, man, I'm hosting a Mike Tyson fight watch party tonight. Like, it was an effort.
Mm-hmm.
To then have the fight start, and within, and I'm not even exaggerating for those that are not hip to Mike Tyson when he was in his prime, it literally be 20 seconds, knockout.
That's it. Yeah. I actually, DT, had the privilege to go to a Mike Tyson fight.
Shut up.
Yes.
What year and who? Who did he kill?
Yeah. So it was his first fight after he got out of jail. And it was in Memphis, Tennessee at the Pyramid.
He was angry.
Oh, man. It was one of the craziest things because, and I actually went with my girlfriend then, who's my wife now. We went, and Mike Tyson entered this arena, DT, and the place got quiet. Like, it's almost like you were wondering, like, man, is this dude about to jump in the crowd and just start swinging and this, that, the other? And, man, his name was Clifford the Rhino Etienne. And he beat this dude in like 2 rounds.
His first fight, Telly, in 1985.
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, for those, again, that are not familiar with Mike Tyson, he is what they call a heavyweight. So he made his debut in 1985 as a professional boxer, heavyweight. It took this man at the age of 18, 1 minute and 47 seconds to knock out he didn't knock his opponent out, Hector Mercedes, to withdraw. Hector Mercedes withdrew just after 1 minute and 40 seconds of getting devastating blows from Mike Tyson to his body and his head. I'm telling y'all right now, Mike Tyson, it wasn't even no negotiation. Like, the only reason why I'm going in the ring to fight Mike Tyson is because I need to eat.
Yes.
I ain't got no money.
Yes, it was. So that was February 22nd, 2003, DT. Wow. And it only lasted 1 round.
That's what I'm saying.
And I remember it was like 3 couples. It was my brother and his girlfriend and my cousin and his girlfriend. We were like, man, we're going down to Memphis, and made a weekend out of it and everything. Because it's only like 3.5 hours from East St. Louis. And so, man, we get down there. We're like, yeah, after the fight, we going this, we woo, woo, woo. Man, we get to the fight. It lasted literally like 90 seconds. And we were like,
exactly.
Come on, man.
Just imagine you get your best outfit.
Oh, yes.
You buy a plane ticket. You get the best hotel. You get the best cologne. Best
he said
food.
the best cologne. I'm weak.
You done spent
As opposed to what?
You done spent about $3,000 to $4,000 on a weekend just for 90 seconds.
Yeah.
That's why Tupac acted a fool after that one Tyson fight.
Yeah.
Where he got shot. Because he was mad. Because he was like, man, Tyson, you supposed to. So here we are, 2024. And tomorrow, and I'm flying back to Dallas tonight because now, of course, Truth Nation, DT will not be at the game. Number one, because I just Googled the price of a close, stage seat. Just take a guess how much you think a nice up close and front seat costs to go to this game tomorrow or this fight.
Yeah.
It's $12,500, and that's just fourth row. So tomorrow,
crazy.
Mike Tyson is going to put on his gloves once again and go against 27-year-old YouTuber Jake Paul at the AT&T Stadium, which is, as Telly had mentioned, Jerry's World, the home of the Dallas Cowboys. And this is literally more than 7,000 days since his last professional outing.
How many?
7,000. His last professional fight.
That's a long time.
Where he lost to Kevin McBride.
I remember that.
More than 19 years ago. And his last exhibition fight was 4 years ago, coincidentally, when Paul was fighting in just a second professional fight. So if you ask me, excuse me, both of these, he's a YouTuber, and then you got an insane old man who lost his mind thinking he can get back in the ring. Now, here's my thing, Truth Nation. Just let us know. 833-212-1017. You can also stream and watch Telly and I live. I'm getting some Rocky IV vibes.
You don't say.
I'm getting... So this is how I envision Mike Tyson entering AT&T Stadium tomorrow. Mike Tyson gonna come in like Apollo Creed. Ow! You gonna have his robe. It's gray hair gonna be sticking out. No, he's gone. My bad. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. Man, look, it's Mike Tyson. We gonna do this, man.
Living in America.
Yeah, we living in America. Now, if you're not familiar. I'm so
bad.
going to hell. If you are not familiar with Rocky IV, this scene right here, Apollo Creed came out, had James Brown on the stage.
Everything.
He came out with about 20 trainers behind him. He had American flag boxer shorts, big old Uncle Sam American hat, because he was fighting a Russian.
Mm-hmm.
All I got to say is this. Throw in the damn towel! That's exactly what people are going to be saying tomorrow. Mike, come on, man.
It's going to be one of the first time the boxer talks back to the trainer. You know, most of the time the trainer's like, hey, man, you got to do this. You got to get inside. You got to, and you just, okay. This trainer going to be like, hey, Mike, you got to, do this. He going to be like, man, I'm trying, man. I ain't got nothing left. I'm 60.
Hey, man. Look, I don't have any music, okay? I just want to go out there and fight. I want to fight a good fight. I'm like, who is Mike Tyson's friends? He ain't got no friends.
Hey, what did I tell you before? If you about to do something and you ain't getting no support, you might want to get out a second thought.
I mean, when you think about the fact that Mike Tyson is over the age of 40, let's just start there. And not only is he over the age of 40, he's 58. Yeah. He's 58 years old. Your whole career, from the time that you were knee-high to a duck's butt, you've been boxing. People have been hitting your... Now, I get it. He was a bad mamma jamma.
He was.
But you still, from a neurological standpoint, have been taking consistent blows to the head and to the body.
Yeah.
Now, he may knock some people out, but he still took all those hits. Mm-hmm. And I'm just worried that, there's going to be that one false hit.
Yeah.
But Mike, come on, man.
And the sad thing about boxing, and I love boxing, that's my second favorite sport to watch and everything, not to participate in, but just to watch. But more often than not, they take that one last hit. It's too late. It's always after the fact. They'll be like, man, probably that last fight, that was the one that kind of, took me over. But it's like, well, if you know that's the possibility, then why risk it?
I mean, and to your point, Telly, that's exactly what tomorrow's going to be. A high-risk fight for Tyson. And so, DJ Ricky, as we go to break, can we put a live YouTube poll up? And the Truth Talking text line is already blowing up. We got folks texting about Tyson. Chauncey said, what? Y'all got Tyson messed all the way up. Tyson about to knock out somebody tomorrow. $, $, $. Okay, I tell you what, let's get a poll, Ricky. And we're going to hear from Telly when we come back from break, because Telly looked like he got something to say about that. Do you think Tyson is going to win the fight tomorrow? Do you think Tyson, matter of fact, should Tyson be fighting tomorrow? YouTube, go to our YouTube. I can't even get it out. Because Chauncey, okay, all right. 833-212-1017. We come back, we're going to get more into... I just want to fight. I just want to come out here and show the people that I still got it. Okay, we're going to see. We'll be back, y'all.
I was going to rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures. Bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Tired of having to decline food at a potluck where you don't know where the food came from?
Don't you let your cats on your kitchen counters?
Host your next holiday with Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, now booking holiday office and corporate parties, or perhaps a private chef for your intimate family holiday gathering, or add to your Thanksgiving meal. Pick up sides such as Southern-style cornbread dressing, candied yams, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and more. And for desserts, peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Connect on Facebook or Instagram, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, or call 414-216-3469.
Got a couple of more problems out on the road. First of all, we still have this accident on the off-ramp from 94 southbound to the airport spur. So that's still going to be there and still causing some issues. Southbound 41 have an accident right about at Silver Spring off on the left shoulder. On the northbound side, we've got one at Burleigh off on the left shoulder as well. Other than that, we've got our delays westbound 94 from 25th Street to Mitchell Boulevard, back on the brakes from Sunny Slope Road all the way to Barker. Eastbound is slowing down out of the Zoo interchange all the way through this stadium. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today, showers early, then patchy fog, drizzle with mostly cloudy skies the rest of the day, a high of 53. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 43. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Ain't nothing but against the party.
Hey, Truth Nation, we have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-owned business give back. Each quarter, we will be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com to sign up today. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank member FDIC.
If you are just tuning in, good morning. It is Friday Eve. Let's go. The Bucks won last night. Now, speaking of victories, we've been discussing the boxing match, which will take place tomorrow in Arlington, Texas, the home of the Dallas Cowboys at the AT&T Stadium, between Mike Tyson, 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and what's his name? Jake Paul?
Jake Paul.
Who is 28?
Yeah.
Damn. He knee high to a duck's butt. Okay, he a little young thing. Now, Mr. Paul, it is said that he will make around $40 million from the fight, and Mike Tyson will make around $20 million.
Excuse me, what?
The more important question is, as we have a live poll on our YouTube message board, should Mike Tyson be fighting? Now, Telly, I want to get your reaction because on our YouTube message board, a number of people, August says that Tyson is in excellent shape. Cross says, LOL, Tyson is the GOAT. He from Mad Cross. And thank you, Cross. I appreciate the compliment. And on our Truth Talking text line, Chauncey says, what? Y'all got Tyson messed all the way up.
No,
Tyson,
Bradford wrong for this.
What happened? What did he say?
Did you see? Refresh it.
Good morning, DT and Telly. Too funny. Don't.
He wrong for that.
I'm wrong too, so I can't even say that.
He say, don't disrespect the champion. And he didn't spell disrespect with an S.
You know what? Bradford, I like your style. I like your style. So, Telly, we were talking during break because a lot of people are saying Tyson's going to win because he's in great physical shape. Let me just say this. Again, if you haven't watched Rocky IV, go back and watch Rocky IV. Apollo Creed was, how would you describe his physical condition when he stepped into the ring?
Oh, man, he looked great.
Like zero body fat.
Yeah, he looked awesome.
And here's what we have to understand, folks. It's not about the physical shape. It's the neurological aspect of it. Because if you are getting hit in the head, especially at the age of 58, you could create for yourself a severe traumatic brain injury. And if your brain is injured, it doesn't matter what's going on from the neck down. Because everybody keeps saying Tyson's in great shape. Yeah, he is. But guess what?
That doesn't mean anything.
I'll say this to you. I'm not in the greatest shape, but I'm in good shape. But I ain't about to go fight Baby D from next Friday.
And here's something that I always say, especially for athletes that are at the end of their careers. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should be doing it. So just because Mike Tyson's in great shape for a 58-year-old doesn't mean he should be out here fighting this dude. And on top of that, I was just trying to think of another analogy because it's just amazing to me. In his prime, Tyson's prime, not only would Jake Paul get in the ring with, there's people that wouldn't even be in the same arena as him. He was so intimidating. And now, so that, like, to me, like, if you even beat Mike Tyson, it's like, well, I beat Mike Tyson even though he's 58 years old. That's like Marshawn Beauchamp, and I'm not picking on him, but that's like him saying, I could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one. Look at Mike. He's in great shape.
Do you see Michael Jordan getting in the ring? Getting on the court?
Yeah, it did, because he doesn't have anything to prove.
Here's my thing. And I love August. I love Cross. I love all y'all. But y'all couldn't be my friends. Yeah, I'm going to go fight. They'd be like, oh, yeah, you got it. You in great shape. You got
it.
Now, all the doctors have literally, all the top physicians and neurological doctors have said that if Tyson gets hit in any shape, form, or fashion in the head, why are you laughing, Telly? He's gonna face a higher risk of neurological damage by stepping back in this ring. And these are the top neurological doctors, professors of neurology. They're saying it is a high risk for him, regardless of his physical shape. Al, here we go. Al?
No, that doesn't register, DT. Before we get to Al, that doesn't register to people when they hear stuff from, neurologists and stuff.
Yeah, y'all can be my
What they need to say was, hey, if Mike Tyson get hit in the head the wrong way, he can look like Martin when he fought Tommy the Hitman Hearns.
What?
And his head explodes.
Ricky, let the people. What was the guy's name that basically murdered Apollo Creed in Rocky IV? What was his name?
Ivan Drago.
As he hit, and guess where he hit Apollo Creed, which was the last thing that Apollo Creed saw? In the face, in the head. He hit him in the face. Throw in the damn towel.
And then what did he say again, Ricky?
What did he say, Ricky? But Ricky taking phone calls.
So
y'all can't be my friends. Oh, Denise, you're in great shape. You got this. Man, it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Look, on our YouTube message board, DT, Shell says he ain't going to get hit.
Oh my
God. How many quick 58-year-olds have you came across lately?
Let me add Shell Tate to the list. She can't be my friend, or he can't be my friend. What? What are we talking about? Like, this is not rocket science. He's in great shape.
Hey, man, he still got them hands. Yeah, he also got feet. He also got everything, too. Doesn't mean they work the way they used to.
His opponent is 28 years old. Michael. All right. Okay. You know what? I can't even get it out no more. Matter of fact, if I was a gambling person, I'll be ready to take all y'all's money tomorrow. Here we go. Good morning, Al. Thank you for your patience. You're live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
Well, I think Mike Tyson knows what he's doing, but I wouldn't throw the towel in so quick on somebody Mike's same age. He might pull that gorilla out the hat. So you never know. And then my other question to you is, how do you feel about another rapist coming in? And I'll hang up and listen.
Who?
He's referring to AG.
So Al, you just gonna call in and be the producer and the caller. You gonna just flip the script on the side.
We gonna get to
that. Al, I love you, boob. I got this.
We gonna answer that.
If Al don't get his own show. Now, look, Al done got so famous, now he telling us how to do our show. He done went from Mike Tyson, and when you gonna talk about the rape? I'm like, wait a minute, what? Al, be a good listener.
Hey,
we got this.
You got to be careful when you say that, Al. What about the rape as well? Tyson did go to jail for raping somebody. So,
man, you know what? Damn. Side story, when I first moved to Milwaukee in 2003, people would ask me, they ask you when you're new, where you from?
Indiana.
I said, Indiana. Boy.
You from Marion County?
Man, them black folks here in Milwaukee, they was like, oh, you from Indiana, huh? Y'all put Mike Tyson in. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm 27. I don't know. I didn't put him.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I didn't put him in. That's one thing about black folks. My last name ain't even close to Tyson, and I'm held accountable just because of the state.
It's the innocence.
I was like, wait a minute. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even there. I was like 12 when it happened. All right, the caller, good morning. Thank you so much for holding. You're live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
Well, my comment is, after last Tuesday, I am not as apt to predict anything, but I wish there was a Red Fox meme from Harlem Nights when the guy, Stan Shaw, was going to fight the other dude, and the champ going to kill that white boy. He's not a real boxer. If he was a real boxer, I doubt if he will probably hit Mike Tyson in the head once he gets hit in his ribs. I have seen Mike training, and it doesn't look much different than 25 years ago. His head moves very fast, and it's one thing to fight pretend fights like Jake Paul has fought, but Mike Tyson also is not a fighter like Muhammad Ali, who has been hit a lot of times in his career, with the exception of Evander Holyfield and a few others. Usually it ended in the minute that you talked about, and I'm predicting that body blows. I will go and predict this as a Packer fan.
Here you go. Here you go.
A Bear fan. You're an expert on a lot of things, but you're a Bear fan, and I love you. But the doors of Packer Nation are open, and we did see what happened last Tuesday. So I agree with you. There's nothing that would surprise me, but I really believe that this world-class athlete is superior to this guy who's a YouTuber. If it was a real boxer, I would be worried for Mike, but Jake Paul is not a real boxer.
Okay.
All right.
Well, go ahead, Telly.
No, I was going to say, hey, to each his own, but you talking about he still got them hands and this, that, and the other. Didn't he have them hands against Kevin McBride?
And Kevin McBride would do the same thing to Jake Paul that Mike Tyson would do. I believe Roy Jones would as well, and Bernard Hopkins at this age.
You know the great thing about it?
Every 28-year-old, I'm 57, and there's some 28-year-olds who I would knock out because I'm not a professional and they are.
Okay.
Again, God bless you, and I love you back, the caller. And really quick before we go to break, I would rather eat glass, lick the corner of 27th and Lisbon before I convert to a Packers fan, okay? I need you to hear me, that caller. I'll say it one more again, just in case. I'll say it slower. I would rather eat glass slowly and lick any corner on 27th and Lisbon before I convert to a Packers fan. So it's never going to happen. And yes, the Bears still suck. Black Conscious, we see you. When we come back, man, our True Talking text line is blowing up. I love how on the True Talking text line, Ina says, you guys, Rocky IV was a movie. There's a lot of movies that reminded me or influenced my decision making.
I was about to say, Ricky even admitted he used to say Candyman in the mirror.
Okay.
So don't talk about movies.
It might have been a movie, but it looked real to me. All right,
Beetlejuice.
Okay. All right, y'all. We come back. We're going to continue this conversation about the Mike Tyson fight that takes place in Dallas, Arlington, Texas, tomorrow at the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. Stay locked in.
You ready for next week?
Ready? Yeah. Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube every day from 1 to 4. I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
Are you an African American or Hispanic adult with elevated A1C and currently treating your type 2 diabetes? The University of Wisconsin needs your help to participate in Enrich, a diabetes research study which may involve working with a pharmacist and or a community health worker. Most discussions will be held over the phone. All participants will receive compensation. For more information, call Delicia now at 414-550-1016. That's 414-550-1016 and ask Delicia about Enrich.
Sometimes it takes a breakdown to have a breakthrough. And at Vin Baker Recovery, they understand the power of having real support while you're on that journey to recovery. This is why at Vin Baker Recovery, they customize treatment plans specific for your needs. Vin Baker Recovery provides our community and anyone looking for help with access to mental health care and recovery support, helping you treat addiction. So whether opioid abuse, alcohol, or other controlled substances, Vin Baker Recovery helps you get back to the lifestyle that you know will be the best option for your future. Vin Baker Recovery offers licensed counseling and therapy services to curb the mental health problems that have been impacting our communities for far too long. They provide services like medication-assisted treatment, outpatient care, and hub and spoke services with peer support. So what are you waiting for? Vin Baker Recovery accepts walk-ins and appointments. It's just that easy. Just visit VinBakerRecovery.com. That's VinBakerRecovery.com. They're here to help you win the day.
Associated Bank knows your small business isn't just a venture. It's your dream and a vital part of the community. And we're not just a bank. We're your neighbors. We're looking out for you. That's why Associated Bank offers quick online applications and approvals with funding in as fast as one business day, checking with no minimum balances or maintenance fees, and prompt customer service. Explore our products at associatedbank.com/business or visit a branch for more details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is one of my favorite all-time songs. Like, all-time. What happened to Guy? Oh, I think Aaron Hall got caught up in that.
Aaron Hall's birthday just passed, I believe, not so long ago.
Oh, I think he's probably out. I ain't gonna say nothing now. All right, good morning. Hope y'all are having a great week. It is Friday Eve, Friday Junior, Thursday, November the 14th. We've been talking about the fight that's going to take place. And by the way, Mike Tyson will go down next to Muhammad Ali as the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time.
Yeah, the only gain he's going to get out of this is his net gain. Because, I mean, in terms of his record, reputation, or even resume, I don't even think this goes on his Hall of Fame plaque that he beat Jake Paul, even if he does win. I just... Like people have been saying, you know, we thought we could predict the election or at least have an idea, but I just don't feel good about this one. I think it could get real ugly, to be honest.
Let's hear from Black Conscious first. Letitia, we see you. Black Conscious, good morning. Hold on, let me say it right. Grand Rising, Black Conscious. King, Black Conscious.
My sister, love. What up, Telly? But in this case, I'm going to have to come to your defense. The caller, don't mess around and get your answer with talking about the Bears. So, from the great movie, mess around and find out.
But thank you for having. We're terrible. It's okay. We're terrible.
That's all right, though. That's all right. We can say that. Y'all going to do something with your Green Bay shredded ears. Shredded cheese habit.
Oh, he going in.
Going somewhere with that. Yeah. Now, here's my thing. First of all, you ever seen a young man run up on an old man thinking it's sweet, and he got that grandfather strength? Mm-hmm. That's what's going to come along. That's what's going to come along in this. You're going to mess around and find out because of his age. Now, to the point of you saying get hit in the head, you got to hit him first. And with Mike Tyson, money make us do crazy things. $20 million makes us throw everything out the window and go for it.
He's got a point.
But the way this man has been training, he'd look like he'd have found the fountain of youth. And I'm talking about Mike Tyson. This guy has been fighting has-been celebrities, UFC fighters and stuff like that, and making his name for himself and making a mockery out of the sport. But he gonna mess around and find out today when you mess with Mike Tyson. That's just like George Foreman. When George Foreman came out, he tore that young man up, and then he stepped away with a purse. So, I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know it's going to be a fight, and it's on.
Yeah.
And what I also know is Mike Tyson looks great for his age. And he didn't look slow, and he might be even more mad because he had his weed all this time he's been practicing. So he might be in some trouble.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Leticia.
And again, go Bears!
Bear down. Oh, terrible. Is it, Ricky, I want to make sure I pronounce this person. Is it Leticia?
Leticia, yes.
Leticia, good morning. Thank you so much for holding your patience. You're live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
So I have a comment. So I date. So my honey is a boxing fan. At 18 years old, he won the Golden Gloves, blah, blah, blah. So boxing is really big in our household. So I agree with everything you guys are saying. It's a monetary issue. He is a legend, blah, blah, blah. But I do want to start by saying this. You do not play boxing, right? So every boxing fan knows that saying. You don't play boxing.
Mm-mm.
So, again, I just think it's really a monetary thing. But I'm a little upset with Tyson because I think his legacy, though, means something. But upside note, do you guys remember, that videography that he made where he talked about his life and he lined up, all of his belts and accomplishments? And he straight out said, this means nothing to me. This is nothing. This is all, this is all just, stuff. So I feel like since Mike Tyson, in a sense, became woke or started seeing the world in a different perspective, it really don't matter to him. I don't think he really cares about his legacy, and I think this monetary thing is bigger than everything. And I think Jake Paul's going to win, and you know why? Because we are in the era of, these social media influencers, and, he just brings in the bag, and it sucks because I'm not trying to pull the card, but I think it's a privilege thing. He came in, he's playing with boxing. No other person or person could come in and play with boxing the way that he does, but you add social media influencer plus him and his status, it is what it is, and I personally don't like it. I think it's a joke.
I don't either. Thank you, Leticia.
And
go ahead.
And think about this. So, think about all the people that are investing in social media and, all those platforms. So they have Rosie Perez. She is going to commentate, right? Come on now, all these people that are investing in this place, this is all money.
Oh, my God.
Yes. She was on the Breakfast Club yesterday.
Wow.
She's going to, commentate.
That's kind
and
of
she's a big boxing fan.
But she's a big boxing fan, but that's like going back to Do the Right Thing when she had that scene where, oh, wow.
You know what, Leticia, I
Yeah.
I had to throw my mic down.
Thank you for that info, Leticia.
We got to take. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
Mookie. She's the. I love. But see, if people like me and Telly that are actually like trained professional orators, Rosie.
That is something.
On that note.
Well, before we get to break, DT, Truth Nation, now is your chance to be our one call. That's all Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you could be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Be caller number 7 right now at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 7 at 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. And on that note, keep it locked right here for hour number 2
Rosie
of
Perez.
the best morning show on the planet, Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, after this.
It started with a prediction.
Gonna go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture. Truth Nation, let us take a second to brag for a moment. There is no other station in the country where you get a front row seat to hear from some of the biggest names in politics, pop culture, and sports. People like President Joe Biden.
Black child poverty was cut in half in 2021. We built black wealth, 15 million jobs nationwide, more than 2.5 million for black Americans. Black wealth is up 60% since the pandemic.
Former President Donald Trump's son, Eric Trump.
Guys, we almost had a former president and very likely future president assassinated on live TV. Like, you know what that would have done for this country? You know what that would have made our country look like? We would look like a banana republic.
And Brewers all-star and former National League MVP Christian Yelich.
Listen, you already know.
Yeah, we got we were just in LA, so we heard our fair share of Kendrick out there in LA. Dodger Stadium has one of the best sound systems in baseball too.
Tap into the award-winning and nationally recognized 1017 The Truth by downloading the Truth app, listening live on 1017thetruth.com, and streaming us live at 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Calling all big thinkers. The world's climate is changing. These aren't new facts, but it means we must think in new ways about how we can live, prosper, and provide energy for our world while protecting our planet. Engineers are answering the call to create cleaner, safer, reliable energy. Solar power, harnessing the power of the sun to light all corners of the globe. Wind power, channeling a simple breeze to bring electricity to our homes. Hydropower, using the natural flow of water to generate electricity. Nuclear power, engineering advanced reactors that are safer, more reliable, and produce zero carbon emissions. Engineers are leading the way and empowering the next generation. Engineers answer the call. Brought to you by the National Academy of Engineering. Learn more at nae.edu.
We are the home of Milwaukee Black Talk. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hey, do your thing. Hey, do your thing. Hey, do your thing.
Hey, it's the top of the hour. It is 8:01 Central Standard Time here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, coming to you live from the American Family Insurance Studio. You can stream and watch Telly and I live right now on YouTube, also at 1017thetruth.com. And make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you don't miss any of your favorite shows here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Should we move on, or do we still want to talk about? Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, whether he wins or lose, the next conversation that Mike Tyson has with anyone, I'm predicting is going to be like this. You ain't even said that yet. You laughing.
Because I think it's going to be a Mitch McConnell-ish kind of talk.
Hey, Mike, how'd you feel about the fight? Mike! Hey, Mike, you there? Oh, what happened? The fight last week. How are you feeling? I don't feel anything. Wait a minute, what's my name again? Like, y'all, it's not.
It's going to be, look, because here's the thing, and we heard, and I think, it is time to move on. But here's the thing about it, DT, that's funny to me. We had a lot of people call and say, man, he's in great shape. He still got them hands. He looks good. I've watched him spar. But then, people are saying, well, with Jake Paul, he's a YouTuber. He hasn't fought anybody, and this, that, and the other. So if he beats Mike Tyson, what are you going to say then? Are you going to say, man, that YouTuber beat Mike Tyson.
They gonna pull a Trump. It was rigged.
It was, or you're gonna be like, man, dude actually can box. Because let's really think about it. If you couldn't box, would you really want to fight Mike Tyson?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm not discounting. Mike Tyson will always be Mike Tyson.
Right.
Like, that's
No
why I was
one
like,
is saying
I don't even know what
different.
you have. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I want to be crystal clear.
Yeah.
Look, I have the utmost respect. I grew up, like Mike Tyson was our Muhammad Ali.
Exactly.
He was our generation's Muhammad Ali. So I have no negative hatred or negative feelings about Mike Tyson. But if he were my friend
Yeah.
or my man,
Hey, bro, you ain't even gonna do this.
and he insisted, I'd be like, baby, you know what? I think we should go to Las Vegas and get married. As soon as we are married, life insurance policy, because my man is fighting in Dallas.
Yeah.
And, you know.
I'm sure there's some policies that have had to be taken out. I mean, just based off of his age. Again, people can say, oh, he still got it. And like you just said, DT,
I still got two legs.
Yeah, I would never take that away. I mean, I was a really good high school basketball player. But guess what? I can't go play a quarter right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and then be like, oh, man, I still got it. Like, and I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, I'm in pretty good shape.
Absolutely.
But I mean, the physical movements that it takes to play basketball and the physical movements that it takes to box. I mean, most people in their prime can't box a one-round boxing match, which is only 3 minutes.
Telly, what did we talk about during the break? I'm like you. I'm in pretty good shape to be 48 years old. But if Baby D from Friday pulls up, I ain't fighting her.
I ain't on that.
I'm not one of these people, just because I could do 5 push-ups. Oh, man, you don't want to mess with DT. If Baby D is outside the studio right now waiting on me, I'm be like, Baby D, look, I'm sorry there's a misunderstanding. I apologize. You got it, sis. You got
That was them doing all that talking for real. It wasn't even me, to be honest.
Just got to know when to say no. All right. So there have been, and Al, here you go. We're gonna talk about politics in our government. There's been a number of updates regarding the Trump administration. So finally, it's just hard for me to say. We've got a Speaker of the House. We've also got, and you know me, Telly, he actually kind of fine. I don't know him. I'm sure I'm not talking about his character. When I saw his picture, I was like, oh, he look a whole lot better than Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
So we have a new, coming in January, a new Senate Majority Leader and a new Speaker of the House. Now, the Speaker of the House, fortunately, will not be Mike Davis, who we covered yesterday, who called New York Attorney General Letitia James a fat poo. It will be Mike Gaetz. Now, I'm looking at a picture of Mike Gaetz right now. I'm getting Jack Nicholson vibes. I'm getting Joker Jack Nicholson vibes.
Yeah, he's DT. He comes with a checkered past, to say the least.
Please do tell.
Yeah, I mean, but you put me in my place as soon as I started to say something. You're like, so wait a minute, how many felonies does Trump have?
Yeah, because Al was like, you and him both, like, you were like, you know, he's a rapist, or I'm like, last time I checked, President-elect Donald Trump, his record is not crystal clean.
Yeah. So when you put it in that perspective, DT, it shouldn't be that shocking that he chose this guy to be his attorney general. This guy meaning Matt Gaetz, but Matt is someone who is currently under investigation for allegedly drugging and having sex with an underage female. And oh, by the way, he is married. And
I apologize. Matt Gaetz is going to be selected as Trump's attorney general. My bad.
Yeah,
but he is being investigated by the Justice Department.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
And very, very controversial pick. Now, this is one of those picks. Now, keep in mind, when you get appointed to one of these positions, the Senate will need to confirm it. And yes, everything is controlled by the GOP, so that may not be an issue, but there may be some Republicans that take issue against Matt Gaetz being the Attorney General. So it may not be a slam dunk, but just for him to even be appointed by Trump is interesting. And
What?
Oh, as of 14 hours ago, GOP rep Matt Gaetz resigned from the House. Speaker Johnson announced the same day that Donald Trump announced that he had tapped the Florida firebrand to be his attorney general. So yeah, that's pretty much a done deal.
You know, it's just the whole makeup of his cabinet. It's just like all white men with a sprinkle of a couple of white women. And again, Truth Nation, help me understand, especially those that are openly Trump supporters. 833-212-1017 is our Truth Talking text line. Are you okay when you see the picks? Because he's already got your vote.
Mm-hmm.
And does that matter to you, knowing that there is no representation of any person of color or any ethnic group outside of being a Caucasian that is on his, for lack of better terms, C-suite? Like, there are no people of color. And Vivek Ramaswamy, is that how you pronounce his name?
Vivek
Ramaswamy.
Yes.
With Elon Musk. I guess I'm just trying to understand. So, out of all the qualified people in the United States of America, that is the creme de la creme.
Yeah.
That's who should be running our country with you. And speaking of shaking my head, the Democratic Party once again failed. Did you see the meeting between President-elect Trump and current President Joe Biden at the White House? Did you see that?
Yeah. Now, we can always say, DT, what we would or wouldn't do in certain situations, but you cannot tell me if that was a black person that was meeting with Trump, that meeting would have went that way. Like, how in the world can you sit there and be chummy with someone who disrespected every ounce of your being?
Every ounce. And your family's being.
Yeah.
And what I thought was so interesting was the symbolism of the wood fire flames that were, and I don't know if it was strategic or intentional, but I was like, you have Trump and Biden sitting in front of like this fireplace and the flames are just, I was like, yep, that sounds about right. We're going down in flames. And, you know, it's you've always said this, Telly, about President-elect Donald Trump. When he's losing, oh, man, he is one Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah.
But when he's winning, I just want to thank
he's so gracious.
Oh.
And then you're going to have somebody who's just going to drink that Kool-Aid up. See, look at him. He's humbled. He's different now because he talked a little softer. Man, as soon as he get up in there, you're going to be like, look, y'all already know this thing about to be different.
Y'all have to. Ricky, we have audio, right, of the meeting between Trump and Biden?
Oh, God.
Okay.
Don't make my stomach
turn. Yeah, because look, if I had to watch it, Telly, you got to watch it too.
Oh, God.
And you know what? I wasn't mad at President-elect Trump. I'm still mad at Biden. And it's just like, just give me a little OG. Just give me a little gangster. Just give me a little.
Nothing.
Even Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden. Come on, y'all.
That fire.
Come on.
That fire's been put out. Ain't no fire in their belly.
And you know what I love about the Obamas? That's why I was like, you could tell Michelle Obama, she can go Michelle Robinson on any given day. Because when they transitioned power to the Trumps back in 2016, she had her hair in a little ponytail. She is slick. You ain't never seen Michelle Obama look like that. It was like, huh? Michelle Obama, from head to toe, flawless every time. She never misses, never fails. When she came out on the South Lawn to greet Melania Trump, it literally looked like she was like,
I really don't want to do this.
It was Michelle Robinson on them stairs. And I'm not mad at her, just from an optic standpoint.
Yeah, sometimes you got to be who you are, and it's going to come out regardless if you try to or not. You can only be in character for so long. But the things that there's a way to do things in a graceful way, but still make your point made. But the way that meeting went, you're just like, come on, man. Like, you act like it truly is all good.
Because when Biden won the election in, what was that, 2000? When did he win?
2020.
I got brain fog this morning. 2020. Did I say 2000? Yeah, I need to go home, go to bed. I'll be getting on a flight as soon as the show's over with. Ricky, can we go ahead and give our listeners, our valued listeners, if they, I know, Telly, just hold your stomach.
Yeah, please.
Just hold your stomach. Can we get some Pepto-Bismol? Ricky, can you grace us with listening to some of the audio from the meeting between President-elect Donald J. Trump and current President Joe Biden? This took place yesterday inside the White House.
Elect and former President. Thank you. Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Who was that, Telly? Who was that talking?
The same person that said Sleepy Joe and the same person that had the DOJ go after your son, the same person that has said everything under the sun, how this has been the worst 4 years, you are the worst president ever, all of those things clearly were forgotten about yesterday.
What was that yesterday?
And on top of that, that's the smoothest. It'll be smooth. Like, so when 2020 rolled around, did you care about a smooth transition in power?
See, you talking about Trump. I'm over here talking about Biden. I'm like, tell me you just don't care no more without telling me you just don't care no more.
Oh, my God.
Joe Biden is like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Y'all forced me out. We didn't win. Because remember I said, Joe Biden, either way, he was like, I told you so. Y'all sat me down, took me out, and we didn't win. So, Trump, I'm surprised he didn't give him a fist bump.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Did he give him a fist bump?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm surprised he didn't.
Yeah. When we come back from break, want to continue hearing from y'all.
Wow.
How do you feel about this smooth, friendly, loving bromance transition between President-elect Donald J. Trump and President Joe Biden in the White House yesterday during their peaceful transition meeting? Which, by the way, Melania Trump was like, I ain't got to go to that. Look, I don't have to go to that mess.
Consuela, did you say I had a nail appointment? Yeah, I ain't going to be able to make that, Donnie.
I'm so weak right now. Take us to break. Y'all, we'll be back. We are shacking a fool today. Stay locked in. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is Sherwin Hughes from The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. And Truth Nation, you can now watch my show live on YouTube every day from 9 a.m. until noon. Yep, you can get 3 full hours of watching Sherwin doing his thing streaming live on YouTube Monday through Friday. You'll get the same insightful conversations about policy, politics, and lifestyle while also seeing my reaction to the unpredictability of our listeners. So go to YouTube right now, subscribe to 1017 The Truth, and see this wonderful smile live every day.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Milwaukee Health Services Incorporated is celebrating 35 years of serving all income and medically underserved populations of Milwaukee's metropolitan area. MHSI is a one-stop shop that provides medical, radiology, dental, pediatric, behavioral health, pharmacies with affordable medications, and more. Also, MHSI's new family medicine residency program, located at the Isaac Cogg's Heritage Health Center, has brought 28 family doctors to our area, which is significantly impacted by healthcare workforce shortages. Become a new patient today. To schedule an appointment, call 414-372-8080. Your health is their business.
Cousins Subs is spicing things up this fall with a new sub and a delicious shake. The Chipotle Cheesesteak Sub with either grilled-to-order chicken or steak features pepper jack cheese, sautéed green peppers and onions, jalapenos, and Chipotle ranch dressing. And that's not all. Pair your Chipotle Cheesesteak with a new pumpkin pie shake and your taste buds will fall in love. Order in-store, online, or via the mobile app. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I'll be sure. All right. You're listening to the best morning show on planet Earth, Truth Be Told, with DT and Telly. We've been discussing the smooth and peaceful transition that took place in the White House yesterday between President-elect Donald Trump and current President Joe Biden. I didn't know what I was watching. I actually thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
But we got Lana Banana on the Truth Talking text line. You are live with DT and Telly. Lana Banana, what is your question or comment?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Wonderful.
DT and Telly?
Thank you.
Good. One thing that I want to point out is I just tuned in not too long ago. I don't know if someone already discussed this before, but yeah, I voted for Kamala. But if she's doing something that I feel isn't right, I'm not going to go along with it. I'm going to point it out and call it out. You know what I'm saying? Because people are talking about that the Democrats are trying to fear people into voting for them. Well, what about Trump? He said that if he didn't win the election, that it was going to be World War III and a bloodbath, and nobody is talking about that. What about the DEI when he's talking about giving reparations to white people and not giving it to black people at all? What about that? Nobody's discussing that.
Facts.
Yeah. Can't say nothing. No rebuttal from me from that, Lana Banana. We appreciate your call. We were saying it yesterday, even from the Democratic side. Hey, where are the people, all the celebrities that were coming out and doing all these shows and speaking on your behalf and this, that, and the other? Wouldn't it be okay? Like, you don't have to come out and apologize or say anything, but at least let Democrats know what is the plan moving forward. It's like you took a hard L and then it's like, all right, that's it.
Chuck Schumer should not have been the sole person speaking to Democrats, especially black people. You know what I'm saying, Lana Banana? Like, I'm serious. Like, Telly and I, like he had mentioned, all the black celebrities, all the black advocates, civil rights leaders that were coming to this Truth Studio, calling in it has been crickets chirping.
Yeah, making you feel bad if you're black and you're not voting for Kamala. Like, I mean, there were guilt trips. Like, again, let's not forget all the things that were being, that were taking place at the same time. And a lot of times we want to focus on one thing and not focus on the other, but both were happening at the same time. There were a lot of major influences. That was the reason why they got these people to come and say something, because they felt like they had influence on others to vote like they were voting.
And the influence is now crickets.
Yeah.
And this is the time where you speak to your community and say, okay, it is what it is, but this is what we are working on for us as a community, period. Mm-hmm. Speaking of our community, and thank you again, Lana Banana, for your call and your comment, Candace Owens, our sister Candace Owens, recently, yesterday, on her podcast, which, by the way, is one of the top 10 podcasts in the country.
Oh, wow.
Oh, she's getting hers. She's eating. Mm. She gonna say, y'all, I gotta say it like this. She gonna say, well, let me take the call from Tony first, and then we'll get into Candace. Good morning, Tony from Tosa. You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
So, good morning. I wanted to chime in on this, and you guys were just talking about, all these celebrities and things like that came out and, just took an L. They didn't take an L. They were paid to do what they were doing. The numbers have come out. Everybody that was paid pretty much a couple $1 million. And we already know that. Some people are in disbelief that happened, but we know that's what happens. These celebrities only come out because they're paid to do an endorsement. And we don't honestly get their real politics. But the deal is, I liken this back to what Malcolm X has said. He's like, in no white community is there a comedian that's a leader. In no white community there is an artist that's a leader. They came out with these people and these boule people that come out and do this in our community. But for some real reason, our community, since our leaders have been gone, dead and gone, they took them away, we don't look back and say, oh, wait, you know what? This is still relevant for today. Let me take this message and move on with this. But for some weird reason, I guess it's just because we've been beaten up so long that we just became docile and don't understand the lessons of the leaders that came before us. We don't have any today. We got some shapeshifters and everything like that. We don't have no elitists that's talking about we as a community that need to come together and we need to start getting something for our vote. If we're not getting that, if we're not getting tangibles, we're not moving with you, period. But for some weird reason in our community, they said this person said this on this side. It's all a game. This peaceful transition was a game. We don't understand how it's played. That's what I want people to wake up and understand, that this is the game that's being played. And I can't get into the minutia of how every little succession of the presidents that had some inkling with one another, bloodline down the line, but there is a trail. And we, for some weird reason, think that, as much as we like to say that we have a hand in these politics, we don't. We really don't. And once we understand the game, and once we understand how it's played, then we can actually be a player in the game. And I'll let my plane with that.
No lies told. I don't have anything to say. Yeah. Although, just for clarity, Tony, we never said that we took an L as a community. We asked, where are these people? Because I'm with you, Tony. I'm very well aware of how the black celebrities and entertainers were incentivized to, and we saw it firsthand here in Milwaukee. Every time we look up, there was a concert. Mm-hmm. I never said that it was a campaign rally. I used to always say, Telly, that sounds like a concert. Mm-hmm. And Tony is 101.7 the truth % right. We as black people, we're the only community that has athletes, entertainers, comedians, however you want to classify it, as our spokespeople. Mm-hmm. And that's who called in. I remember, and I love her, but I was like, why is Kim Whitley on ours? I think she was on either Tory Lowe or Sherwin.
Remember that.
And the first thing I was like, why is she talking about the election?
Yeah.
I've never known Kim Whitley to even, and again, I love her. So I think she's a beautiful, talented actress, comedian, but I've never even known her in the capacity of being a civil rights activist or an advocate for the black community. Yeah. I'm not saying that she hasn't, but for her to be on the show, encouraging people to vote, I was like,
Yeah. And that's just something that, others don't do. I mean, it wasn't every time you looked up, Ben Affleck was leading the charge for white people, or I mean, that is so true.
And D.L. Hughley speaking at the DNC, don't get me started on that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I used to talk bad about Kamala, and I want to apologize, and I want to tell all the black men out there, D.L. Hughley, are you kidding me? And as much as he's talked about black women, he was on the Jay Leno show. You don't forget stuff. He was on the Jay Leno show calling black women nappy heads. And now you're on the stage where for the first time in American history, a black woman is on the presidential candidate ticket, and you advocating. Man, let's take a break. Y'all, we're going to take a break. 833-212-1017. But yes, Tony from Tulsa, thank you for that, because that was very, very insightful, and you were speaking the truth. We will be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
Fathers, grandfathers, future fathers, and father figures. Bring your families and join Milwaukee Mayor Cavalier Johnson at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit Saturday, November 16th at Milwaukee Academy of Science from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't miss this one-stop shop resource fair connecting Milwaukee families with job opportunities, child support help, health education and screenings, financial empowerment, legal assistance, and fatherly inspiration. The featured speaker is Pastor Kenneth Locke from Evolve Church. Bring your teens and learn about internships, jobs, and local mentoring opportunities. Register to be eligible to win gift cards, so don't wait. Gifts and prizes will also be available for families during the event. Pre-register today by visiting milwaukee.gov/fatherhood to join us as a participant and exhibitor, or to support the Fatherhood Summit as a volunteer. That is milwaukee.gov/fatherhood. See you Saturday, November 16th at the Milwaukee Fatherhood Summit, sponsored by the City of Milwaukee, Brewers Community Foundation, and Ascension, Wisconsin.
Tired of having to decline food at a potluck where you don't know where the food came from?
Don't you let your cats on your kitchen counters?
Host your next holiday with Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, now booking holiday office and corporate parties, or perhaps a private chef for your intimate family holiday gathering, or add to your Thanksgiving meal. Pick up sides such as Southern-style cornbread dressing, candied yams, baked macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and more. And for desserts, peach cobbler and sweet potato pie. Connect on Facebook or Instagram, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering, or call 414-216-3469.
Backups on eastbound 94 from 84th Street through the stadium. The westbound side heavy right through the stadium interchange itself. We do have an accident at 76th Street off on the right shoulder. Southbound 43 heavy from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive. And southbound 41 also heavy from before Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Patchy fog, drizzle, mostly cloudy with a high of 53. Tonight, mostly cloudy, a low of 43. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, welcome back to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly. A lot going on post-election, and we continue to talk about some of the appointments that are being made by President-elect Donald Trump. There was also a very interesting meeting at the White House that took place yesterday between current President Joe Biden and President-elect Donald Trump. And Ricky, I don't know. We've been here from Truth Nation, and we did hear the interview, the meeting, the interaction. And as a matter of fact, can we play that again? Go ahead and play that again. This is President-elect Donald Trump and current President Joe Biden yesterday meeting for the first time since they had their one and only debate. And this is the first time that Donald Trump is back in the White House since leaving before the traditional transfer of power peacefully. So here is the meeting between Trump and Biden yesterday.
Elect and former president, thank you. Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, a smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough, and it's in many cases not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate very much a transition that's so smooth. It'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Now we're getting a lot of messages on our YouTube message board, and I like it because you're not going to have everyone that feels as though that it should be eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, But I want to say this is ST@Y or stay_woke. It says stay woke. I think that's what it's trying to say. It says Biden showed grace, class, and dignity. Stark contrast to the conduct of predecessor. What's point of being petty during transition? What y'all want to see him spit in his face and try to fit him?
Yes.
Yes. Y'all being messy.
Yes. That would have been awesome. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but here's the thing, DT. I think that. Again, there are so many things that are so different where one person can get away with and the other one isn't. And it seems like the other, being the Democrats, are so afraid to say something that is going to look like it's wrong, or they're being petty, where you have your opponent that doesn't have any rules and could care less what he says because he knows there's nothing going to happen to him.
In all seriousness, Telly, in addition to what you just said about nothing happening to him, it wasn't so much, and I get it, because truth be told, all jokes aside, at the end of the day, President Biden is a professional. So I get what the last caller or viewer was saying in terms of what did you expect him to spit in his face? No. But it was just, Biden looked so happy. It was like he was sitting next to a friend, and this friend was now, it's kind of like if you and I were on a track team and I'm passing the baton and I'm like, go get him, Telly. Mm-hmm. Or you're passing me the baton and you're like, here, you're my successor. Go get it. We've seen transitions where, yes, it is appropriate to be happy and high five.
Yeah.
This whole year has been about what's best for the Democratic Party, their, so-called support for all Americans, the Black agenda, the Hispanic agenda, et cetera. And I think at this point, based on how Americans feel right now, whether you voted for Trump or not, it would have been nice to see Biden just a little bit more. What's the word I'm thinking of? Neutral. Like, I didn't need for him to be, it just wasn't to me from an optic standpoint.
Yeah.
But
But you look at it like this, too, regardless of how much the incoming president or president-elect may not have liked or disagree with the current president, they always found a way to make it a peaceful transfer of power. Because let's go back to 2008. Do you think George Bush was excited to give the keys to a black person for the first time to run this country?
That's
no,
a great.
I'm not to say
I
that
feel
he was
yeah.
against it, but I'm not saying that. I mean, I don't think he threw a party saying, "Hey, I can't wait to have this meeting with this black guy."
I think it was more so with Bush. I think it was more so that, if you recall, there were hundreds of people that were standing on 1600 West Pennsylvania Avenue, like, put him out, kick that. So his transition from the Obamas was smooth. I honestly, here's the thing with the Bushes, and we see you, Eastside Corey. Here's the thing with the Bush family, from my lens, and I don't know them personally. They just never had exposure to a lot of like middle-class black people. Their black friends in Texas are elite, wealthy, affluent black people.
Yeah.
And when we saw how he led and managed Hurricane Katrina, and that's when they had that telethon and Kanye West said President Bush don't care about black people.
That was one of his low moments.
Those are one of those prime examples of when you have a white person who has been raised in a very white elite environment that just doesn't know how to engage or interact with black people, because everybody was like, Michelle Obama and George Bush are like best friends now. Well, quite frankly, the Obamas, they're elite. They're elite black people. They ain't like, me and you come from, East St. Louis and Evansville, Indiana. So I just think with the Bushes during that transition, it wasn't so much, I don't want to give the keys to a black man. It was more or less, man, these people really hate me. And I just never really knew how to work with black people. But keep in mind, he did select the first black female Secretary of State. And they were close. Conde, I love you. I mean, so I don't think he hated black people, but I think that the elite black people is who he had the exposure to. So, Eastside Corey, thank you for holding. Thank you for your patience. You were live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment? Oh, look at Giannis on Fox News.
Oh, good morning. Did you want to do the news flash?
Well, they were just talking about how he scored 59 points. Even Fox News is talking about Giannis. But go ahead. Yes, Eastside Corey.
Well, speaking of sports, I think there's a deeper meaning here, because, quite frankly, you don't want to grow old in America. And I feel sorry for Joe, even though I didn't vote for him. I saw him walking on the beach the other day, and he had a hard time walking. It's not funny, And his wife's standing next to him, and she's not even helping him. She's 2 steps over to the left from him, and there's a coldness there, It's like, who quit who? And when two athletes, opponents, shake hands at the end of their rivalry, it's just a good form. You see what I'm saying? Because I frankly don't think Joe, God bless him, it may not make it to Christmas at the rate he's going. Okay, let's consider that. All due respect. But it seemed like he's still president, but he seemed like he's so happy to be ready to go. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what me and Telly were saying. No, Eastside Corey, that is exactly what Telly and I said. We were like, he's just like, I don't care no more.
Yeah.
Shoot, let's go have a beer. He probably asked Trump, let's go have a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's like, and he told the Democratic Party. Oh, go ahead, Eastside Corey.
I was just going to say, when the cameras aren't rolling necessarily, and it's just one-on-one, this is when I started following you for Madam Vice President. Her personality, when she talked to you guys on your beautiful station, it was like, wow, what a great personality she has. She pulled that out when she's talking her game, That's what people want to see. But we didn't have enough time to get close to her. I hope she returns and has a little bit more experience under her belt, because she had a light to her. I must say, she had a light to her.
She did. Thank you for your call.
Guys.
Well, the one thing we know, she won't have to run against Trump again.
Do you think she'll run again?
That's a good question, man.
If you had to guess right now, knee-jerk reaction, yes or no, you think she'll run again?
No.
I'm with you. I mean, it's like, can you imagine losing your trajectory?
Yeah.
The sacrifices, the commitment, the dedication in your career, and you lose to like landslide, Kool-Aid map.
Yeah. And just think, you just had 100-day blitz. You had 100 days like you've never had in your entire life. And when you look back, would you look back and say, I want to do that again?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
That's the part that I'm thinking. And maybe we are being victims of the moment where this is still fresh. And then maybe in a year or so, she may feel like, okay, there's no way I can lose if we do it this way next time. And maybe she'll be convinced to do it. But as of right now, she probably like, man, shoot, she just showed back up to work yesterday.
Good for she better than me.
And
she better than me.
And she got an ovation. And it'll be because, I ain't gonna lie, I would have pulled a Keith Posley. I'd be like, look, hey, I'm about to be out here anyway. I'm going to take these PTO days and take these vacation days all the way up until the inauguration.
She came back yesterday?
Yeah. I saw some video, like she, because her office is in the White House, she returned to the White House and got a standing ovation. People were outside clapping and for her motorcade that rode by. And yes, she returned.
You're right, Telly. Never say never. And yeah, at this moment, I definitely would say no, but she's very, relatively speaking, she's young.
Yeah.
I mean, we got dead and a half-year-olds running for president. She's only 60.
Right.
So I agree that right now, yes, I would say no as well, but you never say never. But here's the thing, though, Telly, and this is my truth.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think this country will elect a woman to be president.
Yeah.
Not in my lifetime.
After what I saw this presidential cycle, I'd so agree. I mean, because I was even shocked at how many men are just against that. And I was just like, you ain't open-minded yet? Like
2024 in this country. And here's the crazy part. Even women don't see women.
Yeah.
We've had two in the last decade. Madam Secretary Hillary Clinton, Madam Vice President.
And you can pick your ethnicity, and both of them.
Even women.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I was like, look, it's one thing. I'm not even worried about the men. I mean, I am, but I want to talk to all the women. And 1 out of every 2 white women voted for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
1 out of every 2.
Ain't nothing you can say about that.
And then you showed me the data this morning. 93,000 black people did not vote?
I'll put it back. I'll find it again. So
please share that.
This was sent to me by a friend, and it said Trump won Wisconsin by 23,000 votes. In Milwaukee, 93,000 black people didn't vote. And if you think, be like, man, ain't nobody gonna find out if I voted or not.
You can,
What you tell me this morning, DT?
Yeah, you can literally type in someone's name, first and last name. If you know their address or their birth date, it won't tell you how they voted, but it will tell you whether or not they voted.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't check a few of my friends, too.
You checked me. And then she was like, yeah, Telly, I'll see it if...
You ain't had to put me on blast like that. No, I wanted to see because my thing is...
Yeah, because you're right. I mean, you have a lot of people that will say that they voted or, will lie about it.
And then want to be all up in the conversation.
Yeah. But,
so, yeah, you can check and see if your friends or family voted.
But see, I still got proof. I took my daughter.
I trust me.
But I knew that though too, DT. I knew that you could check and see if your neighbor voted or whatever, but you can't say. I mean, you can't see who they voted for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trey, thank you for your patience. You are live with DT and Telly. What is your question or comment?
I have a comment. Thanks for taking my call. You made a comment in saying that you are surprised that white women, 1 out of 2, or I forgot that comment you had, but the numbers that were surprising, it didn't surprise me at all. Looking at this country, looking at the news, and looking at what the news don't report, we still have colored men still missing in Mississippi. We have suspected lynching still in South and North Carolina, stuff that's not being reported, missing kids. It doesn't surprise me. This world is evil. I'm disillusioned. I'm not. I like America, the country, but I don't like the politics. I don't like the government. So I'm not surprised at anything that they do. I'm not Americana at all. Things that have been done to people in this land, they're not right. And if I had enough money, I would leave this place. I would leave it and not come back at all. I don't know where I would move to, but I sure would do my research. We don't treat each other real good. We don't treat each other with respect. I mean, each other color, no matter what. It doesn't matter. I'm so over it. Like, the politicians are working with each other. I mean, they was on the Epstein list, and we still not upset about that. It's some things that we have to fight for. I believe I'm spiritual, but it's some things that I believe that has to be taken away for us to appreciate it. I'm not saying all of these rights and everything, but if some things have to be taken away so we can stand up. As we've been sleeping for so long. That's the way I feel. It's not surprised that she lost. I'm not surprised at all. The way the atmosphere is around here in the United States, and nobody was looking for a woman to lead. I mean, I wasn't surprised at all. So I did vote. I voted early. So that's just a comment that I had. I'm sorry, I'm getting off of my soapbox now. I appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Trey. Thank you so much for calling. Look, I'm looking at my voting activity right now. Just for the record, make sure if you're looking at DT's voting record, my voting activity, look. Now, I just want to say this for those that might be checking. I voted in Texas this election, but you can see, Telly, I voted in Wisconsin. Look, all the way beginning, because they go back 10 years. You see what I did, right? You see my voting activity.
Yeah.
Now, those people like, Denise didn't vote. No. Go to Texas. That's where I voted. That's where I'm registered. Thank you very much. All right, we come back from break. We're going to get into our Truth of the Matter. I love you, Truth Nation. This has been a great show, but a very healthy show, too. And this energy is what I hope that we consistently keep, because even though we may disagree or have different perspectives, this is an example of the direction that we should be going forward in terms of dialogue and embracing Black Talk Radio. So thank you, Truth Nation. This has been an incredible show, and I hope we can keep this up going forward. We come back, our Truth of the Matter from Telly and I, and getting you ready for 9 more hours of live Milwaukee Black Talk Radio. We'll be back.
Don't touch that dial. Truth Be Told with DT and Telly will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
At the top, rises for 3 over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now, specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven Center for Home Care, a successful center for employment, a center for trauma recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
Who's looking for a deal? Well, Cousin Subs has a better deal just for you. Cousin's new $10 meal deals are now available online only. Choose between a 7.5-inch ham and provolone, turkey breast, or veggie sub, a bag of chips or regular fry, a regular fountain beverage, and cookie at cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app for just $10. Now that's a better deal. Cousin Subs, we believe in better. Available at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You are listening to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much again for tuning in. It is Friday Eve, Friday Junior. And we hope that you are having a great day. My truth of the matter is simply what I just said before break. I'm loving this positive energy that came through the airwaves today. Even throughout the disagreements of opinion and perspective, this is the kind of energy. And what was the last caller? Was it Tony from Tosa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he dropped some bars.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey.
Was it Trey?
Was it Trey or Tony from Tosa? Either one. Mm-hmm. All the callers, ultimately, this morning. It was Trey? Yeah, shout out to Trey. All of our callers, all of our listeners, even the YouTube message board today was full of positive love and energy. Let's keep this up, Black folks. And to our non-Black listeners, as you continue to listen, to learn, and understand, give us some grace. Give us some grace, because I'm sure enough surprised that Kamala Harris went back to the White House yesterday. Mm-hmm. I would have came back probably till like December the 1st. Because I would have been like, who'd you vote for? Don't be clapping. Who'd you vote for? Don't be. Last time I checked, that map was red. Who'd you vote for? Tell me, we did it. No, right. Something in the milk ain't clean. But that's my truth of the matter. Love y'all so much. Make it a great day.
Yeah, my truth of the matter is I'm just going to piggyback off it because we are running out of show. But I do like the fact that, when you're starting to move towards something better, or we talking about this post-election moving forward, moving into the future, that it starts with one day at a time. Like DT said, this was a positive, healthy day, but this is day one. Let's keep stacking these days, and then before you know it, it becomes a habit, and then it always become, what are we going to do forward besides looking in the past? That's my truth of the matter.
Love it. Thank you for that, Telly. Y'all stay locked in. 9 more hours of Black Talk Radio here in Milwaukee. Kicking us off, Professor Sherwin Hughes. Make it a great day. Tell somebody you love him. Please tell somebody you love him, and quit and continue spreading that great energy. Lord willing, we will see and hear y'all tomorrow.
Peace out.
It started with a prediction.
Gonna go out there and play basketball and win. And how many games? 6.
It became the culture.
Chance of Bucks in 6.
Being a Bucks fan means you live and breathe Bucks in 6. Brandon Jennings created the prophecy. Tune into Behind the Bucks, the story of Brandon Jennings on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, and streaming wherever you get your podcasts.
That's for the culture.
Thank you, Truth Nation. Your willingness to share your stories with our community has helped make the Tori Lowe Show a 2-time First Place Wisconsin Broadcasters Association Award winner.
Hey, I'm tapping in from the Milwaukee County Jail. Yeah, man, they treating us real bad up in here, man. I mean, they had us sleeping in feces and urine. They took the batteries from us, told us there wasn't no batteries in stock. I ain't never heard that in my life.
We do this all for you, Milwaukee. We are the award-winning 1017